All right, everyone. I'm Lindsay. I'm standing in with Paul. He's an associate producer with Riot Games. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. This is kind of crazy sauce.
Yes, it is. It's pretty fun though.
I mean, good. So you guys excited for tomorrow?
Yeah. All of us are really pumped. I mean, like, honestly, like the quarterfinals, semifinals are some of the best games of League of Legends we've ever seen played, and that was so humbling and awesome. And tomorrow, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Crazy. All right. So I have some questions about the community. Are you ready?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna look at my notebook.
Okay.
What do you think of the honor system, and why is positive player interaction so crucial to Riot?
Absolutely. So I think the honor system is a really good step forward for League of Legends because there's great ways to incentivize players, right? Positive reinforcement is a good way to like reward people for being sportsmanlike, for being good players, for helping each other. I think that's a really effective way to encourage good behavior. You know, we've had measures in place to try to curb, unsportsmanlike activity, right? The tribunal, our player support team. And those tools have been really good for the community to really kind of help, really make a case for like, hey, are these players actually being, unsportsmanlike or not? That's good, but we can do a step better. And positive reinforcement, I believe, is that way to do that. And so I'm really curious to see how that system grows because it's still, very early. We're going to be tweaking it a lot to really work with players to understand, like, does this make a difference? How can we make it better? And how can we? Because the only goal we really have is make the best possible game and make our community awesome too. So what tools can we give the community itself to encourage that?
So how has the community evolved from start till now, and what direction do you want to see it going?
So our fan base, our community has always been very passionate. From the early days of beta to now, like they've been very active and open with their communication. And I think that's one of the differences between Riot and other companies is that we actively listen. Not saying other companies don't, but we make it a point to put every employee through forum training so that you can go on the forums and interact with our players. You can answer questions. You can give context the best that we can with the information that we can share. And I think that's a little bit different. I mean, a lot of companies have community teams, and they're the voice of the company to the outside field. Not us. Like anybody at Riot, you're going to see NOC technicians, engineers, artists, iron stylists always up in the forums and not drawing. Those types of things. I'm just kidding. I love making fun of that guy. But you see that level of interaction that you don't see in other places, and I think that's pretty unique. And I think our community appreciates that, and we've been able to build a good relationship in terms of listening to suggestions for how to make the game better. If something's overpowered, we hear about it, right? But we can also back it up with data of player patterns behind the scenes to know, like, is that right or not, and make adjustments accordingly. So those are just some examples.
So how much of a stink do communities need to make in order to get Riot's attention, and what forums do you check for this?
I don't consider it a stink whenever there's good feedback, but if the community feels like something can be better or needs to be addressed, they're going to be loud about it. They're going to get on our forums. They're going to get on Reddit and watch it upvote on little Reddit, right? And we watch all of those things to understand, okay, what's the reaction to stuff. Personally, whenever a champion gets announced, I'm in there and I'm reading every damn comment to see what's happening, right? So like we take it very, very seriously. So really like you've seen things in the past kind of come to light for the community. Skin Ideas, for example, you look at Bunny Girl Riven, you look at Pool Party Ziggs, you look at Astronautas. Like we look at those ideas and go, wow, that's really awesome. It makes sense. And there's some ideas we go, you know what? That sounds really cool, but I don't know if it would fit. So we have to like make our choices accordingly. But the best way to make a stink is to make a stink. Just get up there and talk to us.
So what are the aspects of the LoL community that are different from other online games?
I think the aspect of the LoL community that's different from other games is they're so damn passionate, right? And I think because of that level of interaction, they feel really like we're listening and they'll let us know if something's wrong, right? And that's welcomed by us, and I think that's kind of what makes it different. So I know I'm kind of repeating the answer to another question, but I think that's really the sauce that makes us different and makes our community different. So keep talking to us. We're going to keep listening. And another thing is when I go to events in person and meet our fans and they're so passionate, that's like the most, gives us the most inspiration possible. So just come talk to us all the time. We're here.
And final question. Do you have a favorite character and position to play?
Oh my gosh. So when people ask me,
Champion, sorry.
what my favorite champion is like picking my favorite child. All right, because I've seen so many of them get birth to life, right? But in general, I'm more of a tank and support player, mostly support. I'm not the type of guy who needs to get all the kills. I don't need to be the glory guy, get a little twitchy at the end. So I like to help other people do things. I guess that's why I'm a producer, if we're going to get deep and psychological. But so I love Lulu. I think Lulu is tons of fun. I enjoy Soraka. I like Lulu a little more, Soraka. I think she's a little more active. I really like Leona. There's nothing like laying down them stuns. That's really fun. I can play Alistar. Alistar is a tough character to play because you really got to pull that headbutt off right. And so if I get a little nervous, I just totally mess it up. But he's still tons of fun to play. He's an OG champion for us. So yeah, those are some of my favorites.
All right, Paul. Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time again.
Okay.
Yay! Bye.